All right, gentlemen, welcome to a living room that we are not going to say who's
in an undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location, so that we can protect the dog.
Yes.
But thank you all for being here today.
Who are we protecting the dog from?
From anybody who wishes to do harm to LCI and its
Because
people.
states hate dogs, don't you know?
States hate dogs.
Okay. All right, just making sure it's clear here.
So this is a podcast for the Libertarian Christian Institute, and you are two gentlemen who have been a part of it really since from the beginning and are really a good backbone to the whole LCI organization. Norman being a founder and Doug being a CEO. You guys play off of each other and are really good, cohesively working together day in and day out. However, there are things that I'm sure that you have differences on.
Inquiring minds want to know.
And we're going to find out what those differences are. So we're going to play a game called Would You Rather, right?
Okay.
And you guys don't look at each other. Don't get influenced by one another. I need to know the answer of would you rather one thing or another. Okay. Are you familiar with how to play Would You Rather? Okay. It's really easy. It's the game is in how it's set up. So let me at least start here. We're going to start easy, and then we're going to get progressively more controversial. How about that? Okay. So here we go. Would you rather, gentlemen, be painted red for the rest of your life or be painted blue for the rest of your life? You're going to be painted either way.
I'll pick blue.
Yeah,
pick blue.
100%. Then I could join the Blue Man Group.
Blue Man Group. Okay, very good. That's a good reason behind that. Doug?
Blue's a variation of blue is my favorite color. So
a variation. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys could be like those blue aliens.
Like turquoise or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. You can look pretty as that. Okay. From here on out, for the rest of your lives, you can only have dogs or cats.
Dogs.
Oh, no.
Wait, am I allowed to have children?
Yeah, I'm regular family, but any kind of pet.
To all other humans.
Yeah, any kind of pet. Can't have horses, can't have turtles or anything. You can only have either a dog or cats.
Oh, dogs, hands down.
Yeah? Norman?
I probably would end up being cats.
Really?
Yeah.
Norman's a cat person.
Yeah, more or less.
And why are you a cat person?
In part because I really just grew up with cats.
Yeah.
And so, that's kind of that was how I was raised, is I had cats.
Do you think that there is a personality correlation or temperament correlation with those animals?
I do not believe so.
You don't believe so?
I do not believe so.
People tend to think that, though.
I think they're wrong.
Yeah?
People are wrong.
People are wrong?
Yeah.
Doug, are people wrong?
Some people are wrong.
Wow, we're really opening up the can of tuna here. Okay.
already hit the divisive in question 2.
All right, from here on out, in terms of breakfast, only pancakes or only waffles?
Only waffles.
Oh, no, pancakes.
Now, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because, they're slight variations on the same thing. They're both batter-based dishes.
Waffles have texture.
That is a misnomer for pancakes.
Pancakes have texture?
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah? Okay. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Well, right. But like in the same way that Triskets have more texture to the average person than saltine crackers. Yes, they both have texture, but...
All right. Triskets or saltines?
Triskets.
Triscuits?
Triscuits or saltines?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely Triscuits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. I didn't know if that was a corollary to pancakes or waffles. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just curious.
I think that if Jesus would have been more around in the 19th or 20th century, it wouldn't have been, those little saltines. It would have totally been Triscuits.
Yeah. as communion wafers?
It would be deli rye Trisket.
Deli rye Triscuits?
Deli rye Triscuits.
Okay. Along with those pancakes and waffles, or vice versa, would you be having coffee or tea?
Oh, good Lord, coffee.
Coffee.
There's just no question.
Yeah, America's much more of a coffee nation than a tea nation, of course.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But, do you think there's a reason behind that? The British are, Ponzi erudites?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason, and it's probably economic.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I think so. But I don't.
What's the economic reason for coffee?
The price of coffee was probably less. It was easier to obtain and ship around because a lot of that came from South America and various Latin American countries.
Yeah.
So it's just easier to get here. So it became an economic. You
can also transport coffee a little bit easier because.
And I should say that's my suspicion.
Yeah.
I don't think that necessarily is the reality.
You don't know if that's true or not.
Well, because there always can be economies of scale that you can achieve.
Yeah.
I mean.
I think it's in the revolutionary spirit of America because coffee, when it first came out, was banned because
when it first came out.
When it first became.
No, that's true. There's a time of its coming out party. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. It's quinceañera. Coffee's quinceañera.
It was banned in cafes because it helped others rebel and have conversations that would be, not approved.
Okay.
So maybe the Americans just have a more rebellious spirit. I'm totally riffing on that, but yeah.
Our grandparents were the ones who were like, no, we're going to go do something completely different. So.
And now for something completely different.
And that's also how we got IPAs, which is a terrible thing. Anyhow.
IPAs, crimes against humanity.
You are stuck underneath a car, which is also stuck underneath a building, which is also stuck underneath a bridge, and you need saving. Who do you call on, Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I think this is a very valid question that needs to be answered.
Well,
wow, that's I don't even know how to calculate this.
Yeah.
Well, is it Brie Larson, Captain Marvel?
We're going after the ideal
is it
Wonder Woman.
Is it Gal Gadot?
Yeah, right. Gal Gadot.
We just went with the actress.
That's how we have to make this choice.
I would say think comic book rather than movies, but yes, go ahead.
I will go with movies, but not the actor.
Go with your most idealized version of either character.
Yeah, well, I don't know that because all I know is
idealized version of either character.
I would say Wonder Woman because she's not woke.
Wonder Woman's not woke.
Yeah,
okay.
She only comes from an Amazonian island full of women.
Yeah, how could you not get more woke than that?
Have you heard Brie Larson on camera?
I'm just saying.
Did you see her new haircut?
I completely get it. I'm just saying.
No, now you're getting back to the actress.
You're going back to a Wonder Woman who is basically men with boobs. So.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying that's what they are. Well, I didn't notice that there were other people in the room.
Yeah. Oh man.
Men with female parts.
Okay, Norm, what's your answer?
I probably have to go with Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. I'll get that. Here's a good one. Now we're starting to get a little bit more deep into the psyche type questions.
Oh, geez. That wasn't deep enough?
No, it wasn't. Here we go.
Okay.
For the rest of your life, you have to go impaired. Would you rather
impaired
lose your sight or lose your memories?
Oh, sight.
Yeah.
You'd rather go blind?
Absolutely.
Interesting. Now, what about deaf, though? Would you rather go blind?
That wasn't the question.
I know, but let me just change it up. I'm the host.
I'd rather be deaf than blind.
You'd rather be deaf than blind?
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Norman?
That one might take some more thought. The question would be, it really, that becomes a question of would I rather, how badly would I like to go without music? And to me, that would be pretty tortuous.
Have you ever heard the phrase that whenever you're blind, you're separated from the world, but whenever you're deaf, you're separated from people?
Yeah, there's something to that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, but then again, there's also there's a lot of personality to the deaf community.
Yeah.
Very unique about that. And it's very interesting to observe that, especially, well, given other things that I get to experience, shall we say.
Yeah. The question is, are there more blind libertarians or deaf libertarians?
I don't know. I don't know at all.
I have some friends who would say that
here's what I know as this is a really terrible bad joke. I just know that they're not listening to this.
Or watching.
Yeah. Okay. Gosh. All right. For the rest of your life, you have to give up a creature comfort. Would you rather give up air conditioning or internet?
Air conditioning?
Probably air conditioning.
Air conditioning?
Yeah.
Can't live without internet.
I think that would just be really like you can find substitutes for air conditioning.
Mm.
Whereas there is no real substitute for the internet overall.
Mm.
Norma, it's probably even easier for you to find a substitute for air conditioning because you can truly just, somehow find a way to manufacture your own alternative.
Look under your sink
Whereas
and find
I'm
baking soda and Ajax and other things. And,
some sort of ingredients. He'll make a new air conditioner.
Yeah.
Well, but that would be cheating, though, wouldn't it?
No, it'd be something completely.
You just said make a new air conditioner.
No, I mean like a new technology, like what you're doing. We talked about. Off
Okay.
air. Something in that direction. You can invent something.
An alternative to air
conditioning. Of the two of us, you'd be the most likely to invent an alternative to air conditioning.
All right. How about this? And we've gotten away from creature comforts. Let's add creature comforts. Okay. But you can only have this as an addition to your current life right now. Would you rather have a full-time maid or a full-time chef?
I'll go with
I was
chef.
about to say, man, that.
I'll go with chef.
Full-time chef?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can do your own laundry and your own bed making?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that is less of an invasion of like, that's mine, whatever. Whereas somebody making me food all the time is like, I don't have to. That's a lot of
Norman?
Probably full-time chef, but there might be some caveats to that.
Yeah.
So there's to think about, the relative extents of their operations.
Yeah. I've seen this meme a couple of times online where people realize that once you're an adult, you have to figure out how to feed yourself forever. And that seems, quite a bit of a daunting task. So
when you understand it that way, it's like,
I can see a full-time chef just taking that load off of you.
Yeah.
Oh, what's for dinner tonight? All right. Here's the other thing. You're going to become a circus anomaly, right?
Anomaly.
Would you rather be 11 feet tall or 1 foot tall?
11. 11. You
11.
Had to pick 11.
She had to pick 11?
Yeah, because, it's more than like the 10 foot, it's an 11 foot tall man, 11 or 1. So it's just beyond what is, I think, comfortable in everyday life.
In either case.
In either case, yeah. 11 feet tall or 1 foot tall?
I'm going to go with 11.
Really?
Yeah.
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 Why is that?
More professional opportunities.
You can reach the really high shelves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now that you say it that way, of course, I'm not supposed to be influenced by him, but I was going to pick 11 anyway. But there is the advantage of, I think it is that taller men get higher paying jobs over the course of their lifetime.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
There might be a diminishing. It's like, sir, you need to be able to make it into the building.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Is there a remote work job for this?
Yeah. You could be, well, I'd be kind of curious if it was on the side of like you're 11 feet tall, but all you can be for the rest of your life is a roofing contractor. So,
right. Well,
not that you wouldn't dislike being a roofing contractor, but you can just easily just go up there.
Yeah.
It's not like you're getting fanned with
a steel beam installer. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just like, here, man.
Eating grapes just because you're 11 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, this is something that actually libertarians talk about a lot when it comes to how we have progressed as a species, and that there are a lot of economic advantages to today versus in years past. But would you rather be royalty 1,000 years ago versus an average person today?
Do you consider this average person today?
I mean, you have to come up with it. You've still got problems. You've still got, things that you have to deal with. You've got concerns and bills to pay.
Can we be more specific or say, like, would we define that as, say, middle class American or something?
Let's say middle class Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to throw a wrench into it.
Just to throw a wrench into it.
Yeah. Part of the British.
Well, say because because you said Canadian, it's definitely royalty now.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh man.
Sorry, I love Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would pick today.
Pick today.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking that, but didn't know. All right. As in entertainment, you are now restricted, and you get a choice between nothing but Hallmark movies or nothing but horror movies. What do you think?
I feel like there's more creativity in horror movies over time.
Strangely enough, I would actually, I'd go horror movies.
Really?
Yeah. But I feel like I would be more entertained by them because I could mock them because it's all I can do.
Sure.
It's like at some point you're just kind of like, okay, well, I can.
You don't think that would, though, like subtly get into your psyche and start to
oh, well.
just, start to realize, man, all I've got is just this stuff coming in and just turning me into a terrible person.
Well,
you think that would happen?
I mean, you just only limited it to movies, though. So it's not as if I don't have alternatives elsewhere.
Well, but that's your only format. No reading, no TV, nothing.
Oh, well, now you're getting
Hallmark movies or horror movies.
But now we're reaching the level of like like dystopian what kind of dystopian torture method would you like?
Right. Yeah,
and I'm not sure that's particularly good.
I would probably, I guess I'll say the Hallmark movies.
You're going to choose the Hallmark movies?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think part of that is not because I like them, but I mean, I've seen one or two.
I think they'd probably cause less damage to me.
They cause less damage. They would be something more people can enjoy with me.
Yeah.
You know? So people endure Hallmark movies and some people
endure Hallmark
movies. You have people over, you're like, hey, we're going to turn on a Hallmark movie. You may get the initial groan, but it's not.
But they're not going to be like,
oh gosh, a human centipede. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which was, if you haven't seen that one, please don't. All right. All right, here we go. Now this one, I don't know what this says about your character or person, but I think this is something that's kind of interesting. You have to spend the night in a particular room, right? But in that room, somewhere there's either a rat or a snake. What do you pick?
Well, I guess
I'll pick a rat.
What kind of snake?
All I'm saying is, hey, you have to spend a night in this room.
Yeah.
You get to pick rat or snake. You don't get to know which kind or anything. Rat or snake? What do you pick?
If it is a randomly chosen snake amongst all snakes, then it's fairly obvious you have to choose the rat.
You could still get rabies from a rat.
Yeah, but your probability is
no. But he's going to eat my cheese.
Oh, cheese.
Because I'm going to bring cheese and I'm going to put it in a corner and he's going to eat that.
He's going to eat that and not you.
I don't know what to feed a snake. Except
a rat. But if it's a copperhead, that's one thing. But it's like if it's just a garden snake, you can play with that thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Nope.
So I don't.
Nope. Not going to do that.
Yeah.
So
so rat.
Veritable Indiana Jones over here.
You're saying snake.
I mean, if I get to choose the snake, like if I get to put it's brown, like a garden snake or brown, absolutely the snake.
Okay.
They're very docile. It's no problem.
So you're the one who's more likely to do harm, and you're the one who's likely to give up the person who did the harm.
What?
See, this is what I'm talking about in terms of personality part. You don't see that? Snake, rat versus, who's going to snitch on the person.
Oh.
Yeah?
Wow. No, I wasn't.
That's a leap of logic.
I'm just saying, hey, that's what this game's all about. Okay, here we go.
I was thinking entirely in terms of risk mitigation.
You have lost all of your freedom. Would you rather spend a year at war or a year in prison?
Or a year in prison.
Yeah.
You're in prison?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't pick solitary confinement, though.
Even that, you can figure it out. It's like, hey, if Paul can do it, so can I.
So can you. Okay. All right. Now here's one for the libertarian side of us all. Would you rather, for the entire world, get rid of taxes or world hunger?
We are already getting rid of world hunger. If we stopped all the taxes, it would go. That would just fall in place. This is like, which would you do first, the Fed or the military?
Yeah,
we'll just do the Fed because the next one will take care of itself.
Yeah, that's sort of the answer.
Is that the way you see it?
Well, with the with kind of the caveat, like if I get to pick the exact scenario, there might be it's conceivable that you could, if you're saying end world hunger and it's just like we're just done with it for all time, then there's a conceivable reason why you might want that. But the reality is that even if you could and like end it for a moment, if you don't end taxes, like world hunger is coming back.
Interesting.
Taxes is what's keeping. It's one of the reasons is what's keeping world hunger from actually ending sooner. We're on the right track.
Okay.
But
okay, interesting.
We're gonna leave this video with this title because this is that question. That's
you like that question? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going into which would you rather choose, mom or dad type of questions. Here we go. Ready? Tom Woods or Bob Murphy?
All right, for me, it's Tom's. And
really?
Yeah, it is. And it largely is because Tom and I go way back.
Okay.
Very early on and Tom can tell you this. He won't lie.
Yeah.
Tom and I corresponded via email back in I want to say it was early 2006.
Yep.
And because I started discovering some of the stuff he had written and whatnot, and I was really curious, so I just emailed him out of the blue. This is before, any of what he's doing now is it's huge. But yeah, it was so Tom and I go way back. I value him a lot. He's a good friend, and I really just go with him.
Tom Woods.
Yep.
Doug?
Granted, here's the thing. Bob and I also go way back as well.
I mean, you and Bob, bosom buddies.
Pretty much.
Let's go.
I mean, I met both of them at Mises University 2006.
Sure.
I had already corresponded with both of them before that.
Yeah.
And it was a great pleasure to meet them in person. And I got pictures like that on file with both of them from back then.
So, so choosing mom or dad, you choose Tom.
I do kind of have to choose Tom.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
And it's no offense to Bob,
Oh no, he's going to take offense.
Oh, he's going to take offense?
He's going to watch this and take offense.
All right, well. Sorry, Bob.
Doug?
I love you too.
I would choose Bob, and I think the reason is partly because I've had more access to Bob over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And the things that Tom Woods offers my life, I get a good bit of.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel Bob doesn't output as much as Tom does anymore.
Right, sure.
And so I feel like I could mine Bob Murphy for more of him for the world.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
That just means he wants to use you more than me.
Yeah. All right. Famous long form podcasters, Joe Rogan or Dave Smith?
Joe Rogan.
I don't really listen to either religiously. So
you got to pick one.
I only do a few things religiously though.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be Joe Rogan though.
Okay.
I don't really, no offense to Dave Smith. I just don't really like
I love Dave Smith's show. So
yeah.
I don't want that to be this was an obvious choice because I did talk about it. I did answer pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But Joe Rogan has a huge swath of different people who are interesting on his show.
Okay.
And
sure.
Dave Smith has a much more narrow niche. And I'm very familiar with that. So it doesn't stretch me much.
All right. John Stossel or Dave Rubin?
Stossel.
Dave Rubin.
Now that's interesting. Tell me why Dave Rubin.
Probably because lately he's new to me. He thinks he's a conservative-ish liberal. I know that sounds kind of weird. And John Stossel, I could probably tell you what John Stossel says about pretty much any issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas Dave Rubin's a little more fresh and new to me. You would have asked me 5 years ago, I wouldn't know who Dave Rubin was. And maybe even a year ago, I might have even told you John Stossel. So
okay.
Maybe it's just probably the moment in time that you're asking me this question. That's the answer.
And you're sticking with Stossel?
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
One would be much greater familiarity, but I just like John Stossel more. He's a very likable guy, even though he kind of infuriates me at times.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, come on.
Well, yeah. But also I think he's very interesting to observe as a communicator.
Yeah.
The fact that he's able to do what he does, do it really well. He has this very plain and kind of simple way of communicating good ideas to people that is very helpful.
I would like to think though that both of them would be fantastic dinner conversation.
Yeah, I have had opportunity to have conversations with Stossel.
Yeah,
and at one point, the short story is that he came to Austin. he did a talk. I think it was for Texas Public Policy Foundation, and
Right.
a student group got invited. But I wasn't really happy with the talk because he made some statements about insurance that I felt were economically wrong. And so
Might be interested in that.
so I talked to him about it. And well, I'll tell you another time. We don't need to get into it now.
Yeah,
but
sure.
It was interesting. At least he was receptive to what I had to say.
Yeah.
And so that was interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go towards more the conservative side of talk. Matt Walsh or Ben Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because even though Ben Shapiro does kind of infuriate me at times, I think he's pretty funny. And
yeah.
And he does have, I think, what I like about Ben Shapiro and the stuff that he does really well, for instance, arguing about abortion or
Sure.
against wokeism or against censorship and whatnot, I think he's very good at it.
Yeah.
And there's definitely things that we as libertarians can learn from observing these types of people arguing.
Yeah.
Like that. So I can appreciate where he's going.
Doug?
With that.
I don't think I could have articulated it the way he just did. That's the same exact reason.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
So nobody's picking the Catholic, huh?
It's not about the Catholic. I think Matt Walsh, if it were just a Twitter, like if I were to observe their Twitter feeds, I might pick
Sure.
Matt Walsh as just based on that.
Yeah.
He's really good at trolling.
He's so good at trolling.
And
yes.
and it's based.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like he's just being a troll.
Right. No, yeah.
He's not doing it to be
Yeah.
a troll. I
See,
mean,
trolling for truth.
yeah.
And I'm just not a big fan of trolling in general,
In general, yeah.
overall.
Yeah, no.
No, yeah.
So, and I'm sure that you guys kind of realize that.
Shapiro kind of trolls a little bit.
Not like that.
No, not like
Not
that.
like
Matt
that.
Walsh or
Okay.
Michael Ballas. No.
Go old guard talk radio. Who would you rather,
Oh, no.
Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh?
Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck led me to Ron Paul. And I never listened to Rush because I didn't want to be one of those people who would be like, oh, you're one of those Rush listeners.
Yeah.
Nope, never heard the guy. I mean, I've heard clips
You've heard the
and
guy.
that kind of thing,
Yeah.
but I didn't tune in.
Yeah. Norm?
So I, like growing up, never really listened to talk radio. In college and grad school, never really listened to talk radio. I barely listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
So I don't really have a grand answer to this, but there was enough influence, I guess, on my parents kind of at the, during that time period. I remember seeing Rush Limbaugh books on the wall and stuff like, or on the bookshelves.
Yeah.
Some, I don't know, maybe old school Rush.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like,
Way things ought to be Rush.
yeah, maybe
okay.
that's it. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Okay. No, I like those answers. Okay. Now we're going more into the theology aspect of these questions. Only a few more left. So put on your Christian hats.
I literally did put on my Christian
You did
hat.
put on your Christian hat, yeah.
I didn't bring my Pope hat.
No, you don't. Well, that might come into play here. So here we go.
Oh.
Ready?
Oh, man.
All right. Kind of like mom or dad, in the way, but this goes for who you would rather have as your theological teacher. Would you rather have St. Augustine of Hippo or Pelagius?
Pelagius? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Come on.
I'd have to go with St. Augustine.
Yeah,
St.
I mean,
Augustine?
this is an obvious St. Augustine.
Okay, I'm just making
Wait
sure.
a second.
Hey, this is what this game's
That
all
seems
about.
like you're trying to do a trick
This
question.
is like witch hunting.
Yeah, that's
Witch hunting. All right.
Which would you pick?
Would you go St. Nicholas or Arius? The debate, of course, being between Homoousius or Homoousius. I forget how to say that exactly.
Let's do a few more of those for the outtakes, Matt.
Yeah.
yeah, please.
Yeah.
Which St. Nicholas?
St. Nicholas punched Arius at the Council of Nicaea.
Oh, that okay.
That St. Nicholas.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Not jolly old.
I'm going to go with whatever Norman picks.
Well, this seems like trick questions about heresy.
Is it, Norman?
It seems like trick questions. I mean, because the
But
answer
you were picking
St. Nicholas.
Okay, St. Nicholas.
It's like,
and
I don't think I was going to pick Arius.
okay, good. That's good. All right.
Yeah, how would I defend Arianism?
I'm just. This is why I'm just asking.
He's challenging my church history books or something. I don't know.
All right. Do we go? We're going to go denominations now. Okay.
Okay.
You can only pick one denomination to attend for the rest of your life.
No.
Here we go. Do you go to an SBC church or a PCUSA church?
Oh, just put an ice pick in my brain.
Yeah.
Can I end it? Can I just end it now?
No.
I'll go with PCUSA.
PCUSA, really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Now we know where you are. All right.
Oh, I'm not there. I don't go to
SBC or PCUSA. Norman picks.
I'm going to have to go SBC.
SBC?
Yeah,
Okay.
strangely enough. And it has mainly to do with that I have enough broader friends of the family and whatnot that are in SBC type congregations. That I'd rather do that.
You'd rather have that conference.
I'd mainly because I know the people. There are certain people in it.
And that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But for the rest of
Whereas I have no idea
No connection
I have no connection with PCUSA pretty much at all.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Now, this is very popular, of course, around this area being Lancaster County, but this is something that I think is need to know. Methodism or Mennonite or Annabaptist?
Oh, that's
Annabaptist.
Easy. Annabaptist or Mennonite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting. Not Methodist.
You're
not going John Wesley on.
Well, I mean,
Nothing
you
against
know
John
what
Wesley
what's
per se.
going on in Methodism these days?
Well, yes, I do.
So, so are we talking global
But
or
hey,
united?
The Mennonites have a wide variety of
That's true.
stances.
I would say the tradition of the peace tradition would be
the peace tradition of Anabaptists. Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
I think
I'd
so.
probably have a greater chance of convincing them to be libertarians than I would Methodists.
Really?
Because they're all about peace. They're just, they just need to have that consistent political ethic.
Okay.
I'm about to say a bunch of words that nobody's going to understand, but even David Lipscomb is on record in the Gospel Advocate as having written that he admired Menno Simons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I appreciate that. All right. And then this is the last question. And, with every meeting that you have with friends or with other people that's important, you got to have it end with dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the question. Would you rather have dinner with Al Mohler or play ping pong with Benny Hinn?
Wait. Dinner or ping pong?
Yeah, but dinner with Al Mohler or play ping pong with Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn's had a lot of practice. So just saying.
You're saying he's waved his hands enough that it would be a formidable fight.
Hey, Benny Hinn had a lot.
I'll go with dinner with Al.
Dinner with Al Mohler? Okay. Norm, there's a lot of history here.
Yeah, there's a lot of history here.
Yeah.
How are you hedging on this?
I'm just curious.
I just think it'd be interesting. Ping pong with Benny Hinn sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
But sorry, puppy. Did I get you? Yeah, whatever. I do I could see it could be funny, but I think dinner with Al Mohler would probably be better.
Would be better. Okay. All right. Well, gentlemen, now that we have seen where the divisions lie between you both, I think we're all better for it in knowing who you guys actually are. So thank you for joining me on this time of Would You Rather.
All right.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Sometimes.
Let's do it again. Yes, absolutely.